All right, sisters. Good morning, our people. I am so sorry we are running behind today. We had some technical issues and we're still having it, but we're trying to manage what we can today to get started, knowing that we've wasted like an hour from our starting time. So thank you for being patient with us. I am so sorry. This is the best that we can do. We are really trying. We're not IT people, but we are doing this to make sure that the message goes out to our people. So again, my name is Mona Saga, and I'm here with my wonderful sisters. I'm gonna have them to introduce themselves.
Yeah, good morning, viewers. Thank you all for hanging in there. For some reason, the devil wanted to play a smart one, but thank God we're smarter. Thank you all for joining us. My name is Augusta Nasike in Richmond, Texas.
Thank you, Sister Augusta. Sister P, please go ahead.
Um, Thank you, our viewers and well wishers. Good morning. Thank you for hanging in there, waiting for us. We appreciate you. My name is Eputa Simon Okube. Before we start this morning, we will want to set certain parameters. First of all, we want you to know that we are not doing this. What we're doing here is beyond your little clans, villages, towns, tribes, and ethnicity. We are here to enthrone righteousness and justice, to restore dignity to humanity, power and liberty to people that need it most. So if these are your goals, irrespective of your tribe, ethnicity, or religious affiliations, we invite you to come along. This talk show is for you. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Sister Queen. So our topic today, we try to send these topics out every Wednesday or Thursday so that you guys can be in tune with what we are talking about. So our topic today is the 68-item Federal Executive Exclusive List. The 68-item Federal Executive List. By the way, we posted a copy of this on our platform. So if you go to Daughters of Truth, we posted the whole list so that you can follow as we go. We are intending to put up a PowerPoint as well for you to see where we're going with this and get a visual picture of what we're saying. Hopefully it will work. So amidst the increasing sufferings and miseries of the people in Nigeria that has become the poverty capital of the world, and amidst the horrifying escalation of insecurity and hopelessness across the land, we would like to beam our focus today on the notorious 68-item Federal Exclusive Legislative List, which is contained in the so-called 1999 Constitution. We all know that these 68 items are directly responsible for the worst aspect of the torment Nigeria has become for its constituents, currently trapped in what has become a union of debt. So as many lament the mind-boggling tales of the corruption that spew out daily from amongst the high stewards of Nigerian state, even in the face of excruciating poverty, as many lament the lack of electricity and the decay of infrastructure all around us, as we tremble in the security nightmare Nigeria has become for us, as we feel the pangs of dwindling economic fortunes and discriminatory distribution of opportunities, we make bold to inform us today that the 68-item Federal Exclusive Legislative List is the tap from which all this evil flow from. And so, the only remediation for this cause that we have found ourselves in lies in turning off that tap. So I will have my sister, Augusta, I think, to actually, there's a video to back up what we are doing today in terms of the Constitution. So this again is tied to the Constitution. Even though it's called the exclusive list, it's tied to the Constitution. So let me go ahead and play that video. Unfortunately, because of audio issues, technical issues, we may not be able to give you like a visual portion of it, but at least we can get the audio part of it. So give me a moment. Let me find that video. So it's about 8 minutes, so bear
constitution
with
that
us.
we use today, which is the 1999 constitution, denies what is called a non-autochthony. In other words, there is no referendum, there is no plebiscite. The people of Nigeria did not vote to say, this is the constitution we want.
Yes.
It was imposed on us by a military decree, and yet it remains the ground norm. I mean, what a misnomer. We are not in a dictatorship, but we are running a constitution that we didn't vote for. And our administrative units have been carved on the basis of that constitution, supplanting our regional.
The constitution that operates in Nigeria today is a fraudulent, mischievous document foisted on Nigeria by a departing military junta. In fact, it is Decree 24 of 1999, which should have been a mere transitional instrument for governing a country of the stature and standing of Nigeria within the international community. I would have thought that the first item on the agenda of the government that came to power in 1999 was to address the issue of that constitution, its legitimacy. Because, like the Patriots observed, it told a lie against itself by saying that we Nigerians, under God, have agreed to live together, blah, blah, blah. There was no time when we were asked that question. And Nigeria, I believe, still requires what lawyers call an autochthonous constitution, a constitution that that captures the needs and interests of the Nigerians, a constitution that finds legitimacy in the eyes of the citizens, not one handed down from low and high by a military junta.
Our present extant constitution is an imposition of the military. A supreme military council that was not elected by anybody, that did not respect any known parameter in its recruitment except seniority in the army, that was lopsided in terms of its geographical identity of membership, imposed a constitution, enacted it like a legislation. It was not subjected to a plebiscite, it was not subjected to a referendum. In law, you say it's not autochthonous because the people did not agree that the 1999 constitution is their constitution. We didn't vote for its approval. So it's not cognizable in law as a valid constitution. It has been imposed of us by sheer force. And no government has had the courage to subject it to a national plebiscite. And if you do, most Nigerians will say this is not our constitution. We've created local government and states administrative structures that do not obey any known parameter. We've taken away the sovereignty of natural resources from our people and concentrated in an omnibus and amorphous federal government that is characterized by inefficiency over time.
But Wole Soyinka, as a man of knowledge, has just expressed the fact. Unlike, individuals that parade themselves as professors of constitutional law and constitutional lawyers, senior advocates, and the rest, who still continue to defend the 1999 constitution as if it doesn't matter the source, it doesn't matter that it's a forged document, by claiming that the people made it and it has been shown that the people didn't make it, in a suit that was filed on behalf of Anthony Enaro, Wole Soyinka, Bishop Bonigi, Dokubo Asari, Ralph Wazurike, and a couple of others, Alhaji Yerima Shetima, who just gave that ultimatum.
Yeah,
He was part of the signatory to the lawsuit that was filed on their behalf by the Secretary General of the Lower Niger Congress.
I dare to tell this nation today that this is the problem. This constitution can never give us progress. This constitution can never give us peace. This constitution can never give us unity. And unfortunately, most of us in this National Assembly, we don't have the spine to face what we need to give this republic to have peace and progress. What do I mean? This constitution has 68 items. 68 on the exclusive list. This constitution has only 12 on the concurrent list. boastfully, so fraudulently, that you know that the intention is to even undermine those concurrent lists. The formal name of this republic is Federal Republic of Nigeria. Unfortunately, we don't run a federalist system in Nigeria. Otherwise, what is so unique about all those things that are in the exclusive list? In this chamber, we try to federalize the police system. In this chamber, we failed. Every crime is local, and the solution to every crime is local. The earlier that senators in Nigeria summoned the courage to say, we should not continue to deceive ourselves.
Nigeria is threatening everybody and groups. When we lie to ourselves and we're reaping the fruits of lying, we are victims of the lie that we call our own, the social contract, which is another name for the Constitution. We say we in Nigeria gave this Constitution to ourselves. We didn't. It was imposed. And it's not working. It's centralized. And the good things of life are not available for Nigerians. And they are crying. And you begin to blame them. You don't blame victims. You blame the system that produced the victims. This Constitution is not made by Nigerians. It's imposed. A federal constitution should be truly a federal constitution. You don't centralize everything. Nobody can fix this system. It's like putting square peg in round hole. It wouldn't work. It's not Buhari's fault, or Jonathan or the previous ones. They were handed and still being handed instruments, i.e. the Constitution, that cannot work the way it is. Let us do an agreement. Constitution is an agreement that we agree to live together by these rules which we will spell out about governance. This current one is a fraudulent one. And it's giving us victimhood because we never did it. And they say we did it. If somebody say you did something that you did not do, is that not a lie? We went to court. The case is in court. Praying the court to say, look, the Nigerian people never did it. The court kept adjourning. Part of the problem we have. The case is still in court. Inauro started it. A lot of distinguished men and women up and down this country had their signature there. The case has not been taken.
All right, we'll also anchor at that point. Dr. Amos Akingba is in Adeco.
All right, thank you. That's the end of that video. So as you can see, a member of the Legislative House telling us that the 68 item, the exclusive item on the 68 list is what's bringing us down. So we are going to shed light on it today, and Sister Augusta will continue on this topic.
Yeah, thank you very much, Sister Muna. And unfortunately, the video didn't show, but you all heard the audio. I just want to, in order of how they came up, the people that spoke. You have Chief Nyanwodo, is a brilliant attorney, a two-time federal minister, and presently the President General of Ahanis Ndibo worldwide. He spoke about the Constitution. We have Professor Akin Oyebode, who was the head of International Law and Jurisprudence University of Lagos. He also spoke about the Constitution. We have Mr. Mark Olise, the LNC Director of Public Communications. He also spoke. We have Senator Adeyeye at the plenary of Nigerian Senate. He was the one holding, shouting that the state exclusively is the reason why Nigeria is the way it is. We have Dr. Amos Akingba, a development strategist and a key Nadeco chieftain. These are the people that spoke in that video. We're going to upload the real video on our page. So I just wanted to let you know that people spoke about the Constitution and this 68 exclusive list being the reason why we are where we are. All right, so let's continue. As the Lower Niger Congress and its eminent alliance partners undertake the monumental task of winding up the failed Lugadian experiment of 1914. Hey, we have our PowerPoint. Come with us as we beam the searchlight on the 68 items in the federal exclusive legislative list. of Decree 24 of 1999, wrongly termed the 1999 Constitution, which constitutes the actual shackles and manacles by which we are locked down into our current miseries. So I'm going to go ahead and, state these things one by one. We're going to go through the list one after the other. So number one, accounts of the government of the Federation and of offices, courts, and authorities thereof, including audit of those accounts. So, Seku, do you want to say anything about that? Seku, you're on mute, please.
Okay, I'm here.
Excuse me, sisters. Are you guys seeing our PowerPoint that we have projected? Is anyone seeing the PowerPoint?
Yeah, let's ask if they're seeing it.
Viewers, if you are, please let us know. So that I make sure. I don't know if this OBS is able to carry things through.
Okay.
Now, yeah. Okay, so it looks like. Any feedback? No. The screen is blank. Can somebody say the screen is blank? All right. So maybe I will have to stop sharing the screen.
Yeah. Just put the PowerPoint.
Yeah, stop sharing the screen. The screen is blank. Okay, so that's fine. Go ahead, Sister Augusta. Unfortunately, it's not showing.
Yeah, it's not showing. So we'll just go ahead and
yes. I want to emphasize we have a copy of this on our platform. I will repost it again so that if you want to follow, the purpose of the this thing is to have you guys follow as we go, but we had that technical issue. It's for some reason the plan that we have today did not pan out for us. So I'm going to repost the link again just in case it will be at the top of our platform page. While Sister Augusta is reading, you can actually open it and follow along. So Sister Augusta, thank you. Go ahead.
Okay, thank you, Sister Muna. All right, so the number one is the accounts of the government of the Federation and of offices, courts, and authorities thereof, including the audit of these accounts.
Yeah, like we said, everything is in the exclusive list. That's don't touch. To audit the account, they have the account, whatever they are spending, whatever they are doing, you cannot even audit it. You can't touch it. Stay away.
You can't even see it.
You can't see it. You don't know. If they try to sponsor terrorists, you don't know.
You don't know.
Whatever they're doing with your money, you don't know because you can't audit it. It's in their exclusive list.
Yes.
Don't touch. Don't come. We don't want you. Yet you are in a nation and you're part of it. You don't even know what the money is being used for. That's how Buhari smuggled in when the people, they were at National Assembly trying to, I've forgotten what they were trying to argue on. We're still arguing and talking. Buhari smuggled it in so that they will spend the money. Well, they have the key to the treasury.
Exactly.
The key to the treasury. You don't know what is happening inside it. They put one forward and put the other one to block it. You don't know, and you are not allowed to know.
Like they get 100 billion naira to Boko Haram, or say they're going to rehabilitate Boko Haram. You're like, we don't even have regular amenities, and you can give 100 billion naira just to tame Boko Haram. So that's scary. So number two, arms and ammunition and explosives.
This is big. This is big because
it's
the crisis we're having, the security crisis we're having. The states and regions cannot secure their people against foreign invaders. Like what is happening in Benue. And the killing of, the killing of that guy, is it Ghana or Kana or that name, that terrorist? The huge amount of money that guy is mentioning, he's telling them 350 million that he will not, they even offered him 350 million. He's saying no, that he wants billion.
Billion.
He wants to kill off entire state for them and for them to take over. So, and the state is incapacitated. You heard when the governor was saying that the guy was ready to accept amnesty, to say all the things that happened, the people that employed him, they got him. But somewhere along the line, the Nigerian military came in and killed him. Because they do not want him to talk what he knows. So the security is in their hands, everything, they're in charge of it. Your people are dying, you can't secure them. Villages are being sacked, towns are being sacked, indigenous people of the land are being sacked. ISIS, Al-Qaeda, Boko Haram, Fulani headsmen are all in our space, running amok. Because somebody has systematically rendered the place to be ungovernable. They made it as if the governors have nothing to do. They are there, but they can't do anything. The government is useless to the people. Who and what reduced our leaders to be mere stooges? Sidon they look governors. Beggy governors. You have to go to Abuja and beg and say, they are killing my people, now come. Cry senators. Who made it possible? The 1999 Constitution. Why do we have to cry to safeguard our people? Why do we have to go around begging them to come and give us ammunition to protect our people? We swore as leaders, as governors, as senators. These are the things you swore to do. That's why the people voted you in. Now you can't do your job because your hands are tied. Who tied your hands? What tied your hands? 1999 Constitution.
Exactly. Okay, now let's go to number 3. Aviation, including airports, safety of aircraft, and carriage of passengers and goods by air. Okay, that one is serious. Go ahead, Sister Ekwa, Sister Muna.
Zamuna, are you ready to say anything?
No, I'm trying to see if I can make this thing work. Go ahead.
Okay, yeah. So in aviation,
aviation, our airports, international airports and local airports. Okay, let's take for example, Igbos are the most traveled group in the entire world. There's no set of people that can move anywhere.
Correct.
Outer space of the world. If you get there, you see Igbos. They're everywhere.
Even in the moon.
In the moon, I'm sure they're there. They're everywhere. Even where they say nobody can exist. We are from a tropical place, but my people are in temperate region. Very cold place. Igbo people are there. But guess what? We do not even have airports, international airports in our land.
Sad.
We have to go to another people's land to beg them to travel, to go and to come back. Our elderly ones, they have to, you know what it takes to get my mom out? So I have to be here making plans. Oh, are we going to Abuja? Or are we going to Lagos? They have to go through all this stress to go and see their children outside the world. We travel a lot. We don't have viable airports. If you go to northern parts, Boronu, Birnin Kebbi, all those names that you've never heard, they have standard airports where their people are not even traveling. Nobody is traveling. They're inside farms, hidden inside forests, looking for who to kill. But they have airports. My people do not have airports.
And to think about it, the Enugu airport that they were supposed to clean up. Look at what who was you saw how they did Enugu airport. Is that an airport?
That caricature of an airport, is that an airport?
Is that an airport?
It's a death trap. You get in there, you will crash.
If you see our airport, you would cry. It's just like one local bus stop somewhere. But anyway, it's in the hands of the federal list.
And you know what? They're even using it as an item on election. Good airport for us.
We're going to build that for. We're going to.
Some foolish one said, what our son could not give us, and now someone is coming to give us. Are you people this daft? Somebody is frustrating you. Stella Otua wanted to do all these things, but she was frustrated out of office. So can't we see that there's a systematic approach to make sure that we are not who we ought to be? Frustrating everything. We have to beg. We have to beg for what is our rights. Who has made us? Why are they marginalizing us? What is it that they are using? What is the tool they are using to marginalize and enslave us? What tool? The 1999 Constitution.
Yes, ma'am. That's it. So number 4, awards of national titles of honor, decorations, and other dignities or dignities. Then number 5, bankruptcy and insolvency. Banks, banking. I want to add banking, bankruptcy together. Banks, banking, bills of exchange, and promissory notes. Okay, take that, Sister Equi. Number 5 and 6.
Number 5 and 6. I know you mentioned something about ports, which I have not even finished. I don't know if I can take you back there before.
No,
number 2. Number 3, there was ports and airports. Am I right?
No, it's like aviation, including airports, safety of aircraft, and carriage of passengers and goods by air.
Oh,
so
okay.
That one is just that. Okay, we already got that. Yeah, okay. Then number 4 is talking about awards of national titles. You know, that
okay. one. Yeah, that one we know already now. Okay. It's they share it to who they share it to who they want. They even gave to this man, Dan Maria just that is singing. For entertaining them, you know. It's crazy. We have so much to say about these things that they confiscated and then use at will to do whatever they want to do. Mm-hmm. Banks, we know that even Igbos that started banking, prominent names. Mm-hmm. But they crashed all these things. One day they will say you did this, you gave this person loan. Meanwhile, a bank like Bank of North, they went into the interior place, set it up. From that bank, they share money to their people to do business. So they give capitals to their people. When they finish, they close the bank. Exactly. All the people that they give money
to declare bankruptcy. They declare bankruptcy. They declare bankruptcy, and there's nothing you can do about it.
And there's nothing you can do about that. People are not even aware. People are down there struggling and doing all those stuff. They are the ones that will open which bank, and then now they're having Islamic banks, and those banks, no interest.
No interest.
So why our people are borrowing money from Fidelity Bank with interest? They set up their own where their people will borrow money without interest. And if you are from the south want to take money from that bank, you have to convert to Islam before you can do that.
That is
what is making it possible? The 1999 Constitution. That's the culprit. That's why they're able to do that to you. And there's nothing you can do about it.
Are we even talking about the bill of exchange, the exchange rates?
Exactly.
Bureau de change. You know that it's within them. They are the one with forex. They are the one changing money. Mm-hmm. You understand? And you are wondering how when people from their community will change $1 for 2 naira or for 20 naira, then others from the eastern region will change the same $1 for 450 naira. And you start wondering what is going on.
And Sister Augusta, you know that time this Buhari came in. That time he came. You know, immediately he came in because it was after the Igbo boys doing business.
Doing business, exactly.
There was no money, no dollar for people to buy.
No dollar everywhere.
Then, while that was going on in public, behind, they were giving money to their people at $1, whatever rates. And then it's like you take the money from the loan at 1 naira, $1 rate. Now go and sell to the Igbos as 1 naira, 400. Why wouldn't they be so rich? And but you know, it's like when you stab your foot. The Igbos are the ones in charge of the economy, trading and buying of that dead country. You did that thinking you're doing it against the Igbos. That is how the economy crashed. Because the Igbos are the ones in charge of the business, buying and selling. If you crash the Igbos, you crash your nation.
Crash your economy. That's true.
That's how the economy
they have to sell it. Whatever they are selling, they have to sell it at the rate at which they bought it.
Yes.
So inflation, all the go away, so they have to do it the way that it's supposed to be.
It's that simple. But they don't have brain now. How would they know? How would they know that it runs around, that when you do this, it will not really affect to the other one? You are pursuing Igbo man, but you kill yourself. That is how they destroy the nation, by themselves. Anything you do to us, you kill yourself.
That's right.
And that's what we're telling our people. When you are not a policy maker, somebody can wake up any day that they want and destroy what you're doing. So that's what they're doing. They can wake up and decide they're going to sell you $1 for $1 million naira or whatever they are charging you. When you are not part of the policymakers, they will take you down. And these people are the policymakers, and they have this 1999 constitution that they have put in place to make sure that nothing that you do ever works. Nothing that you do will ever work for you. Nada. So it's like you're running in a circle. You're taking your retirement money. You're doing whatever. You're taking money, stealing money all over the world, thinking I can bring you home and build an industry. First, they have to allow you to even build the industry to start with.
Exactly.
So we have to bring down this constitution. There's no two ways about it.
All right, that's right. So number 7, borrowing of monies within or outside Nigeria for the purposes of the federation or of any state. That one is ridiculous.
Amechi. What is name? Amechi.
What was written in Mandarin? Chinese or whatever.
Amechi. He borrow money. He said he did not read it. Yes. And when he read it, he did not know what they said.
He did not know.
He did not care. What's his own? They sold Nigeria. They say if we don't pay back, take Nigeria.
For just 400 million, that $400 million that just one person, probably from the Eastern region, can.
Yes, one Igbo man, 2 Igbo men can bring that and lend them.
An Igbo man can bring it.
They went and sold their entire nation, and Mumu did not read what is written.
Mumu did not read the fine prints.
No. Yes, what is his business? He's irresponsible, and that's what we say. Because of this constitution, we have irresponsible people leading us.
Exactly.
Irresponsible.
It's so irresponsible that he wants to go and borrow more.
Yes.
He wants to go and borrow more. We're telling you that the $400 you borrowed, you have sold part of the country. You still want to go and borrow more.
Now you know the unfortunate thing. They use the southern part of Nigeria as collateral.
Exactly.
You see what we're telling our people? We need to get out of this place. We need to get out of this as fast as our legs can carry us. Any decision they make, anything they sign on your behalf. They borrow money using your land. One more day we waste. In this evil, dead country. We are selling our children unborn. We need to go, guys.
You need to go. Number 8, census, including the establishment and maintenance of machinery for continuous and universal registration of births and deaths throughout Nigeria.
In the north.
They register their goats and
cows
and their numbers.
And their numbers as Nigerians. Now they are bringing in Fulanese to be part of their country. And there's nothing you can do. Meanwhile, back home, you're in the south. Your children, because we cannot stay in that country because it's not viable, over half of our people are outside the area. They are outside. It's only in Nigeria that the north has more population than the south. Meanwhile, this lady that sang song, we say 1 kilometer, one tribe, in the south. We are so densely populated. Just seeing, you see, anywhere you look, you see human beings. But in the north, you will go kilometers, you won't see a human being. But you see one cow. Now they are in charge of that. And they will quote whatever figure they want to quote. And you know that the census will determine the money that will come to you when you sell the resources from the south. And then for them to give quota and all those, what did they do? That's their thing that they share to governor.
That is why about 75% goes to Kano, because supposedly Kano is bigger. Kano has more local government. Kano has this, Kano has that. Kano and Jigawa was split into, and stuff is so ridiculous. And that's why we're saying that even if you bring an angel to come and head Nigeria, that angel will corrupt fast. There's no way you can do it. There's nothing you can do about it.
If you can't do anything, your hands are tied.
Your hands are tied.
The constitution is tying you because you swore to protect the constitution. Once they swear you in, you as you're swearing in, that's your stupid ceremony. What you're saying is that you're going to protect and uphold this constitution. So whether you're an angel whether you are good luck, Jonathan, whether you are P2B, that you say that you know how to manage even 10 kobo, you cannot, P2B, you cannot do nothing. Because the constitution will not allow you to do anything. So start changing your mind and come and drop that your idea about 2023 nonsense.
Don't mind me.
There's nothing you can do.
There's nothing you can do.
The constitution will not allow you to perform magic. Let's get it right and stop killing our people for nothing. Please go ahead.
Yes, ma'am. Number 9, citizenship, naturalization, and aliens. We've talked about that when they get all their Fulanis to become Nigerians. Number 10, commercial and industrial monopolies, combines and trust. That one is, oh my God, that is where Dangote was giving monopoly to own Nigeria.
Yes. They literally told
Dangote went
to go Dangote. He's selling sugar. He's selling water. He's selling cement. He's selling beauty.
Macaroni.
Everything. All his vehicles are down there in Down East, selling everything. But what did they do? They stopped our people that into the small businesses in this area. They will close them down and give monopoly to Dangote. Why wouldn't he become the richest man in the world or in Africa?
Meanwhile, we used to have eBay to cement in those days.
Yes.
We used to have Nkalagu cement, I believe. But Dangote is the one that has monopolized the cement industry.
Yes, they closed other people's businesses and everything and put one man inside there so that they can, he's open rights, he's doing everything. So everything is it, and it's direct between them. They are using him. They are using him as a front.
And
He's
guess
a front.
what? There's nothing you can do about it because of the 1999 Constitution.
You'll be crying. When? You can't do anything.
Okay, number 11, construction, alteration, and maintenance of such roads has may be declared by the National Assembly to be federal truck roads. That one, gosh. They have to determine which road gets repaired.
Yes.
And that is not funny.
Have to be built, and these ones, which one do you maintain and repair? They are the one that will decide that. Even when our people are always on the road traveling, we don't have roads in our area. But you go to North, even in villages where there's no human being, they have standard tarred roads.
And they use Julius Berger for the roads back in the North. Yes. And when you go to the East, like there's this road that this Hope Uzodinma, whatever his name is, the Imo State governor, recently commissioned. This was a road, according to that video, that was made like 2 or 3 days ago. Before you know it, the road is torn apart. And he said he was going to get Julius Berger to do it. But it's not Julius. It was one side roadside mechanic that they got. They just poured black tar, cement, and whatever. They just, painted it, and voila, he had made roads.
They'll pour charcoal on it.
They'll pour charcoal on it. Some people will say, why not hold your governors accountable? And why not hold your governors? The fact is that this constitution has made it that the governor can do rubbish and there is nothing you can do.
They have immunity. They have immunity to do whatever they feel like doing, and there's nothing you can do about it. Meanwhile, in a place like America here, building of and maintaining of road is a constant thing. This is my road here. Since I moved to this area, they've been on it. When they finish, they start expanding it. They traffic too much. They start expanding it and add more lanes. Then before winter, you're going to summer, they will do again and put the lines again. Paint it as it's fading away. They are putting it more again. Because you have elements of the weather. Rain is falling, sun is coming, it will damage roads. So you are supposed to be on the road constantly. It's not something you go and beg with half on cap. Oh, Abuja, please now, build us Ore to Damaturu, Ore to Onitsha. Then you build it. Then you don't maintain it. The
Benin Ore Road. Yeah, the Benin Ore Road has been like that for years. That was where I lost my mom in an accident. That Benin Ore Road, it has been like that for years. And each time they want to talk about it, there is nothing anybody can do about that road. I've lost a lot of people on that particular Benin Ore Road.
Our roads are death traps.
Death traps.
Killing breadwinners and destroying families and their prospects. When men are always on the road, going to do business, Lagos or nature, yet there's no road. As As you're going, you're holding your heart. You don't know whether they will come back. Your brothers, are they going to make it alive? You see families wasted on that road. Who is making it possible? What is making it possible? 1999 Constitution. It can't be built. It can't be maintained until you go to Abuja and beg them. So the governor has to be in good terms. If he's not their friend, and you have to be performing well. That's why some of our leaders have become homosexuals, because they also have to serve them in bed.
Wow.
For them to come and build things for you. Is this what? Do we deserve this? My people, do we deserve this?
We don't.
No, we don't. We don't.
All right, number 12, control of capital issues. We don't know how to explain that.
I don't know whether it's capital. It's capital of the state or capital to do business, because there's no explanation even in the constitution. They didn't. You see how ambiguous it is. You see how they live like that. Today, that capital might mean capital of your state. Tomorrow, it might mean capital to do business. Anything is capital. You don't know what they're saying. They are the ones speaking in vernacular. They are speaking in Hebrew or in speaking in tongues. You don't know what they had in mind when they wrote it.
It's because they copied and pasted, so they don't have explanation. A constitution that was copied and pasted, they now came out and said, we the people agreed. When did we agree?
When?
I don't know.
How? He said capital. What do you mean by capital? What do you have in mind when you were saying it? Really? I don't know.
Anyways, number 13, copyright. Number 14, creation of states. Yes, they have the monopoly to continue to create states.
And local governments.
And local governments. For instance, so because that was how they enlarge or enhance their Kano, where they made more local government local government areas versus Lagos that still have probably 12 local governments since Kano now has about 40 something local governments. Yes. And when they now start sharing that money, Kano will have to have more of the money going to Kano State.
Yes. And the money, where did it come from?
And where is
selling our oil and our resources. So when they will now share,
I don't know how our people,
more money.
I don't know how, especially our men, how you guys live with this lopsided country that was designed to be against you. And we're here still talking about taking that. This thing should have been blown up, like totally blown up into the air 100 years ago. It's sad that people are not understanding what we are talking about here. That this is 1999. How old is 1999 from now? That would be what? 20? No, it's not even 20 something. Yeah, what? 21 year, right?
Yeah, it's 21.
21 years. 21. Yeah, 21 years. So 21 years now, we've been going back and forth. Now I can with the Fulani and we're going back and forth. This person said this one. They will bring the Okurausa, sleep with him, doing this, and people are just. Why are we not understanding that this thing is the one? This thing is the thing holding us hostage. This thing is the thing making us not to progress. People are screaming in the house. People are screaming on the media. People are screaming everywhere. And people are still thinking it's an emergency outburst that will get us out of this thing. Mm-hmm. When they're telling you that the country is a sovereign country, we have to take down this evil 1999 constitution. What part of that are we still even explaining things about? It's sickening. Where are the men? Where are the men of our land? Where are the so-called educated professors? Where are the so-called millionaires? How can you guys be in a country that is holding you down?
They're making a living out of our pain.
Our miseries. Mm-hmm.
That's where they are. They're making a living out of it. They're going to Abuja and they're sharing the money to them. Then those that say they want to do freedom fighting, they still made it to how they have to make gain from us.
From us.
Pains and so
it's all about our pain. The more pain we feel, probably they feel we'll get more agitated and go out there and cause unnecessary whatever.
Yeah, using people's emotion to earn a living.
Mm-hmm. They're doing so.
Unbelievable. The great Igbo land. Where are the great Igbo men that these stooges will hold us hostage? And we are on TV speaking big English and doing back and forth. Why have we not blown up that place? If they will not bring down this constitution.
That's right. All right. Number 15, currency, coinage, and legal tender. Number 16, customs and excise duties. With customs, the Lagos State, where most of the things come through, Lagos State does not even know how much it makes with that, what we import and export or whatever. Lagos State does not even know how much it makes, because if Lagos State know how much it makes, they will not be remitting all to that federal.
Custom officers are always northerners. That's why no Lagos.
Exactly. Because the custom officers
has ever been custom officers. So custom officers will always be northerners, so that everything that comes in goes to where it ought to be.
And because they know that we're the only ones importing and exporting or whatever, the excise duties, the tariffs or whatever, are so expensive.
Yes.
We can afford it. And trust me, when they say pay this in demurrage, you don't even, because you value whatever you have either imported or exported, just go ahead and you pay it.
But it tickles down. It tickles down, because if you pay so much to bring in goods, that means the goods you will make
expensive
to go high. It will be very expensive. Who will suffer? The people.
The people.
They will suffer.
Unbelievable. Where are the men of the land? Where are the men? Do we still have men there, or they are going through menstrual period nowadays?
I told them
our men wearing pads, our men using tampons, our men, are you guys breastfeeding? Are you guys in the kitchen cooking? Or have you guys turned into a ROC that does not respond? He goes to the toilet when you start calling them. Where are our men that our country is upside down and you guys are busy flying all over the world buying homes? Where are the men in our land? Where are you guys? Where are you guys that this particular group of people hold you guys? Hajununamo. Are they holding you guys in your testicles? Where are you guys that nothing has moved? Where are these men? Where are they? Are they using a sparrow tightening the knot in your penis? Where are you guys that you're not waking up and said enough of this madness? Peter Obi, use your power and go and stop this nonsense. That's what you should be doing, not 2029 election or 2023 election. Where are the great men of the land?
What's that man? What's that other man that is attending burial? Is it? attending burial because he wants votes. He wants votes. You think we are not smart? You think we are not reading you? We are reading you, stupid.
No, the funny thing is that he goes there, raises an alarm about the Eastern region, but he is doing practically nothing about
to whip up the emotion of
people. There are people who believe, oh, this guy is working for us, this guy is on our side.
So they vote for him. It's not about voting. They are not interested in solving the people's problem. Because if you are interested in solving the people's problem, you will ask yourself, what is the root cause? When we did our master's, they said root cause analysis. When there's a problem, you look for the root. You do first step in solving any problem or crisis is doing root cause analysis. Then you know what the root cause is. Then you begin to solve the problem from there. No, you will not. You are there gallivanting and posting yourself up and down. Stop.
Playing the victim card as if he's the one that is being played, instead of going out there and do the very reason why he was elected.
All of them are not interested in my people. They are not. They just want to use them to get votes. And if the ones that woke up and said they want to do freedom fighting, they are not the freedom. It's what their tummy, what their tummy will eat. The money, they are building houses here and there with the people. The money, the people.
3 houses at the same time.
Where did the people are selling their lands to contribute for you because they want freedom. They say we want freedom. They do all sorts of things to get this money and give to you. What are you doing?
People are riding Okada. They are riding Okada to contribute 1,000 every month to the franchise.
Blind people are contributing and giving money to these rogues.
We need our men out of the hotel rooms because that's the only thing they have graduated to. They are in the hotel room having our children sucking their penis. We're telling you that we are dying. Can you guys come out from your hotel room and start solving these problems? Where are we doing this into our people? Where are we doing this into our generation? Can you guys leave the hotel room and come out and look around and say what is going on in our land? What is all of these things? Even your children that you lived here in Houston, they are prostituting because that's all they have seen all their lives. They see their father sleeping with a 12-year-old while their mother is at home. We have to solve this problem once and for all. We are sick of it. We are sick of it. 21 years in hell is enough. 21 years in hell and counting is enough.
For
Get
20
out of the
years,
hotel rooms.
for 20 years, LNC MLM presented this thing to them, that this is the root cause of
The
our
pathway. Mm-hmm.
Our men ignored it. They keep saying it's impossible. You cannot do this. You cannot do that. You cannot do this. What can you do? Stand up and start doing the one you can do.
Abio.
We are sick of it.
Please, God.
We are so
Yes,
sick of it.
start doing the ones that you can do. Anyway, so number 17, defense. As we said, we can't defend ourselves except the except Abuja defense Abuja. Anyway, number 18, deportation of persons who are not citizens of Nigeria.
Did you say deportation or importation? No, I think it's a typo. It has to be importation because that's what they're doing now. They go to the forest and
they're importing people from Mali,
to come and be citizens.
From Somalia, from the
so that they can, so that they can account for the northern localities they have created. So
whatever.
Why some of them are killing our people? Yeah, they change that one to importation. Okay, I know it was a copy and paste.
Not be me right there. So number 19, designation of securities in which trust funds may be invested.
Yeah, let's go and find it in their girlfriend's vagina. That's where it is. That's where they're hiding it.
Okay. Anyway, there's a disclaimer that anybody watching should be 18 years and above with brain. So
it's a body part, my dear. That's where they're hiding all our money.
Number 20, diplomatic, consular, and trade representation. You see the diplomatic, consular, and trade representation. Yeah, let's discuss that one because the guy that they have as ambassador here in the United States is about 10 years old or 20 years old. I don't know.
You mean he's a walking corpse? He's already died and he's alive.
As in, it should. The guy is too old to be an ambassador. So how did Buhari pick up people that are either dead, because sometimes they pick up dead people to represent him in some places?
But I also know one ambassador that just finished youth service. You know, because their family is the son of their family in the north. So he just finished youth service. We have not even married. They just brought him and said, "Come, you're going to be ambassador of Nigeria," because he's the son of your family. Is that bad?
Yeah.
Is that bad?
Go ahead. Yeah.
Yeah, and talk of trade representation. You know, there was a time this African people, Rwanda, all those people came together, said to plan how to have business, trade amongst ourselves. That it doesn't make sense when we know we can produce wheat flour, and we go to Germany to go and buy it. Let's trade amongst ourselves. Guess what? Buhari was not in that meeting, and he did not send representation because they're the ones to decide who goes and who would not go.
Wow.
So Nigeria was not part of it. Why they were moving forward?
Because
Nigeria was supposed to be the giants of Africa.
Their people are not into trade. So they're into having children and delivering cows. So they don't know anything about trading. So are you surprised?
If he does that, it will improve the Igbo man's lot because they are the traders. They are the ones doing trading and buying and all that. So if he will do that, be part of that, his own people will not benefit. It will be our people that will benefit. So he will not be part of it, and Nigeria cannot be part of it. And you tell me you run one nation. You're not running a nation.
Wow. He's running a cattle colony. Anyway, so number 21, drugs and poisons.
Yeah, well.
They're already drugged and poisoned. That's why they're stealing and nobody's moving. Yeah, we're in stupid.
And it's not nebulous.
They've done a good job.
You don't know what they mean, what they're saying. Whether they're going to poison all of you don't know what they're saying.
Or whether they're going to sniff cocaine, you don't know.
They'll drop it there and go because nobody read it. Nobody read it. Nobody did
copy and paste.
Copy and paste.
Plagiarism of the highest order. Anyway, number 22, election to the offices of president and vice president.
Someone said the audio is in and out. Mazi, is it working now? Says the audio is in and out.
Oh, really?
Yeah. Okay, go ahead. Let us know if it gets better. Thank you.
Okay, number 22. Election to the offices of president and vice president or governor and deputy governor and any other office to which a person may be elected under this constitution, excluding election to a local government and council or any other office in such council.
Yeah, that's why our people have to go to the north to tie scarf.
Like a yam or whatever, easy yam.
And they say he's a pastor. So he had to go to the north. That's the type of pastor they give to us. The one that will go to caliphate and have his hair tied so that he can become leader. You see him now, all of them, before they can be sworn into any or be allowed to be governors or anything, we cannot elect our own leaders. We do not have the right to get the people that will lead us. So far, we are operating under 1999 Constitution. So for those that are running around looking for candidates, your candidates will not win. The candidate will first wear allegiance to Fulani Caliphate and receive a tie of his own. Meanwhile, if I told you to come, let me tie his hair, he will not agree. And he will go there and receive a tie so that he will be allowed to lead me. Right?
But they told us long time ago in 1960 that they will never allow us lead ourselves. So govern ourselves. So
they told us. Yeah.
They keep on playing. They had the roadmap long time. They had
the script. They didn't even hide it. Anything they did to us, they did not hide. What type of jinx are they using on my people? They don't hide these things. It's open. Are we still reading?
Are we still on, Sister Muna?
Yes, go ahead.
Okay. So number 23. All these ones, I'm just going to list them because they don't have anything in.
Yeah, let's get to 35 so we can have.
Yeah, 23 is evidence. 24 is exchange control. 25 is export duties. 26 is external affairs. 27 is extradition. 28 is fingerprints, identification, and criminal records. I don't even know they keep that. That they keep criminal. Well, how would they keep criminal records when the EFCC, whatever, was able to siphon a lot of money and they didn't?
And that EFCC is always a northerner that will be in charge.
A northerner.
So that's why they have the right to say who is a criminal and who is not a criminal. So that's the one that will tell you. So if it's what's that point that was, they will declare that if it's their own people. That's why none of the northerners are part of the people that are saying, give us back money. No. Buhari said Abacha did not loot our money. So when is your enemy that defines who is a thief and who is not a thief? Your own children will become thieves and his own children will become saints. It's as bad as that.
It's just that simple.
All right, 29. Fishing and fisheries, other than fishing and fisheries in
fishing and fishing is inside too. So for us,
fishing and waters.
Are you kidding me right now? You mean to fish is inside the exclusive list? What does that mean?
What do you mean? That's what they eat with their girlfriend in a hotel. You know.
Yeah,
that's the order of the day. That's the meal of the day.
So does it mean our people cannot set up fishery and set up all those things to help us grow more fish and everything, but to go to Abuja to get permission? That's terrible. That's horrible. So my people that are near river, this thing, very soon you start putting tax on the fishes that come out of your river.
The fact is that even in the rivers, you know, like River State or wherever, it's already polluted. The waters are already polluted.
So the fishes are dead.
I don't even fishing gone safe. They're not fishing.
They are dead.
So yeah, the waters are polluted.
No fish anymore. They're all dead. Oil spillage has killed everyone. So no.
They are so smart. I don't want to say whether they are smart or what. They put fishing and fisheries there, but they didn't put Nama in this the exclusive list.
No, it won't be there now. Nama cannot be there because Nama is the tool they will use to conquer your land. You understand? Nama will not be there because that's grazing, open grazing. So they will they don't want it to be in the exclusive list. It will be in their state place so that they can decide where Nama goes and where Nama will not go. But they will tell us not to fish. When to fish and when to eat fish. Whether we eat it or we not eat
You
it.
know, one of the things that we forgot to do about this exclusive list, these are the things that even the governor cannot touch, like you in your own land. So
That's
let's
what
be
it means.
clear
They
about
can't touch
that.
it.
You can't touch it. The federal government decides on it. Tell me how you're going to govern your people when these simple things, even as far as building your little road in your area. We live down here in the Houston area. The other day, the city where I lived in come and fix our road. Just imagine waiting for the federal government to do it. Are we talking about the library? So these are the things. These exclusive lists are the things that even the governors are not able to touch. So for those of you that are saying, go back to your governor, go hold them accountable, go catch them, go destroy them. They are the one eating your money. Yes, they are eating money. The money, the same constitution that told them nobody will touch them, their hands are tied. You're not able to touch this exclusive list. You can't build the road, you can't do this, you can't do this. And somebody is telling our people to go and challenge their governor, when we're telling you again, the problem is the 1999 constitution that made all these things possible. So which is a good idea, to go after our governor if things are all equal. They were telling you they are not. They are not equal. So
and because the governors, they know that they can't be touched, they became worse than Hitler. You understand? The governors know that they can't be touched because
they are not our governors. Remember that students.
They are not even our governors. Yes.
So they are not our leaders. These are the people that brought them. They're not the people that they can put. And you know, from the time of warrant chief, those warrant chiefs are always the agboro in the town.
Agboro.
Next man will bring them and make them the leaders of the people. You understand? So it has continued.
My sister, they did it here though. They did it here during slavery. They will get one person. You think it's the white person that is always here clean the black. He will have one black person in charge to kill the black people. So it's the same thing. You know,
they have the in-house Negro and all that. The house Negroes and all that.
The house Negroes.
House Negroes. All right. So number 30, immigration into and emigration from Nigeria. We don't even have border. So whether you immigrate or
immigrate, we have border in the south, but we don't have border in the north. In the north is open grazing, open coming in, open cow, everything open grazing. Human beings are grazing. Human cow is grazing. It's open grazing. Both for cows and human beings coming. No funny. National. That's why when Goodluck wanted to have good this national ID. Something that even the Americans said this is a good idea. That is, we have even chips, so that we identify Nigeria and know what to do and plan and strategize on how to make life better for our people. Guess what? They ruined it because they have to bring in Fulanese into our space and conquer us. So they know what they're doing and they're telling our people, wake up, it's morning, smell the coffee.
Maybe our people are not drinking coffee. Smell the gogoro, the one that you're drinking.
You make them sleep now, they'll become drunk. They'll already
to smell something so that they can wake up.
Smell the sheets or something. There's shit around.
They need to smell something.
Wake up and smell the shit. Smell the garbage. Smell the rotten.
Smell the filth. Maybe they would wake up, you know?
Yes.
Oh, it is so incomprehensible. Okay, fine. Number 31. Implementation of treaties relating to matters on this list. We don't know who implements.
I don't know what they're saying.
We don't even have an idea. 32. Incorporation, regulation, and winding up of bodies corporates other than cooperative societies, local government councils, and bodies corporates established directly by any law enacted by a House of Assembly. I think if you want to form a business, you have to go and
that's what
it is. You have to take permission. You take permission in Abuja to do business in Oji or whatever. That is sad. Number 33, insurance. Number 34, labor, including trade unions, industrial relations, conditions, safety and welfare of labor, industrial disputes, prescribing a national minimum wage for the federation or any part thereof, and industrial arbitration. Minimum wage is still like 18,000 naira, while a bag of rice is, I heard, is approaching 30-something thousand now.
Yeah,
so I don't know.
Salary cannot buy rice. So.
I don't know.
Period.
Your salary cannot feed you in a day.
You can't buy rice.
You can get salary in a hotel room. That's the only business they have for our people.
Oh my God! It's no wonder they're building hotels everywhere in Korea. Everywhere.
Everywhere in Owerri.
That's what is thriving. A friend of mine went home and I say Enugu. He said they were the small little girls in room, one by one. All of them will be coming in. What they do now is that they buy one room and share it. So like 3 men or 4 men will get one room and girls will be coming into it. Wow. What are you doing? People, what are you doing?
And the men that are doing this, their kids are abroad. Their kids are here in this country.
Don't worry, their kids are into prostitution here too.
Yeah. That's why their kids that are here.
When they send their friends to come and visit, their friends are sleeping with their kids.
Yes, their friends are here sleeping with their kids. They are so-called uncles that they say, look after our child for us. They are sleeping. You know, come on. What you sow is what you reap. You sow it in Nigeria, your children will reap it in America. Yes, it will come back to you.
Hey,
one by one, you get it back. The boys are taking Igbo and cocaine. All the money they stole from us, they give to their children. There's one that they just removed from the school here because he couldn't make 2.5 GPA.
Wow, 2.5.
Yes, he couldn't. The school had to.
That's D and C combined.
We tried to make you to his GPA was whether 1.5. They had to remove him.
Yeah.
They had to take him back to Nigeria.
Yeah, it's D and C combined.
The average Nigerian kid now 3 point minimum 3 point and Mekuru 3.5. Even
4.0. Because you know the environment like will make it calling for you to your brain to open. To get trained and all that. So because of the causes following these men stealing our money, their children, the girls are going into prostitution, the boys
are sniffing.
They're sniffing. So they just run around. What you sow is what you reap. You're killing my people, taking all the money that you used to make life meaningful for them. Their children are dying in Mediterranean Sea. Widows cannot raise their children because it's so terrible. And you use the money to send your children abroad. Guess what? The devil is waiting for you there. Lucifer is there waiting.
Amen. Sister. So I think we read up to 35, right? Should we allow people to come in and comment, or
shouldn't we finish it? I want to pick it up next week.
Yeah, let's just finish.
Okay.
What
we have other stuff. We have stuff lined up. Let's finish.
What are we commenting? They are reading the things. So once to listen, it's not time to talk. That's why we have 2 ears and 1 mouth. Keep quiet and listen. Listen and hear what is holding you. What are you commenting? Listen.
Now, number 35, legal proceedings between governments of states or between the government of the federation and government of any state or any other authority. In short, they don't even know what's in their rights here. Doesn't make sense. So let me run through them. Now, number 36, maritime shipping and navigation, including shipping and navigation on tidal waters, shipping and navigation on the river Niger and its affluents or any such other inland waterway as may be designated by the National Assembly to be an international waterway or to be an interstate waterway. Number C, lighthouse, lightships, beacons, and other provisions of the safety of shipping and navigation. Number D, such ports as may be declared by the National Assembly to be federal ports, including the Constitution and powers of the port authorities for federal ports. Yeah, let's wait into that one. That carries load.
Yeah, they closed our ports.
They did.
We travel a lot. We bring in goods and everything. We bring them in the southern parts. But they closed our ports. They went up in the north and opened dry ports.
In Kaduna, dry ports. Meanwhile, there's a seaport that we have the Warri seaport, we have the Calabar seaport, we have we have the one in Port Harcourt. There is no seaport open, and they have a dry port in Kaduna. And then allow Lagos to be so congested. Does it make sense?
No.
And we're one country.
We don't have the right to own ports and to run our own port authorities. Even that is in Lagos, it's outside man that have to run it.
They have to run it.
So what are you we have been enslaved in our own land. Our potentials have been tied, trapped, and caged because we are slaves. Guys, we are slaves. Lagos cannot maintain their seaport themselves. All the money coming the day is the Hausa man that didn't go to school.
Right.
Someone was telling me that whether the leader there went to secondary school. Is the man that has to lead these things.
Why secondary school, when jam, they would accept seven, whatever, kind of scores. Oh.
Go ahead.
Anyway, 37 meteorology. That one, I don't even know how it concerns us.
I don't know. Maybe that's what makes them that if Nigeria, if they tell you that rain for weather forecast, do not follow it. If they tell you that tomorrow that the sun shine, you better carry umbrella. Because rain, the type of rain that will beat you, you will never believe it. So I don't know whether it's part of God that I don't. My dear, go ahead.
Let's copy and paste. Military, Army, Navy, and Air Force, including any other branch of the armed forces of the Federation. You see?
Yeah, that's why they kill us.
That's why they kill us. In their army, the officers, the security officers, are all from Hausa Fulanis.
The Fulanis.
The Fulanis. Let's not people stop calling us because Hausa don't even have
the Fulanis. Yes, the Fulanis. Hausa have been captured now.
Have been captured a long time ago. So we don't understand. Okay, mines and minerals, including oil fields, oil mining, geological surveys, and natural gas.
Yeah, all the
natural gas and covered up their gold and minings and other minerals.
That's why the God-given assets and natural resources in Niger Delta have been seized by northerners. They are the ones that own it. They say they have it, turning the youths of that land into jobless criminals, roaming the streets and doing nothing. Husbands that ought to be gainfully employed are jobless. They can't take care of their family. They've been reduced to worthless drunkards because we have northerners in charge of our affairs, in charge of our destiny. How long are we continuing like this? Meanwhile, the gold, tin, iron, columbite in the north are being mined by northern elites and their emirs. No wonder they can marry 7 wives. My own people, even at 40, cannot marry one. You tell me we have to stay in that country? Who is making it possible? The 1999 Constitution. That is what is empowering them, people. Niger Delta Avengers. You are fighting for your land, fighting for resources. But you can't get them back except you pull down the 1999 Constitution. The elders of the land.
Yeah. If someone from Jigawa could say that he owns the oil in Bayelsa, so what are we talking about? Meanwhile, the owners of Bayelsa cannot even, there are no good roads, nothing. Their waterways is being rude. They can't even fish, which is one of their professions over there. They can't fish. And you are telling me that you own the oil in Bayelsa, you are from Jigawa, and Jigawa does not produce anything.
You have seen, because 1999 has taken all the resources, the oil wells, to be theirs. So they share it among themselves. So he knows what he's saying.
And the most they can do is just oil bunkering. The most that the people living there can do is just oil bunkering.
And you see what they're doing.
And it's dangerous.
Because they know this 99 Constitution is in place. That's why all they do is bring the who leads Nigeria. That's why that power, they must hold on to the power. Because once you hold that power, you can use the Constitution to do everything and decide anything you want to decide. So Nigerian president is the most powerful president in the world. Who made it possible? What made it possible? The 1999 Constitution. That is what has captured the people and all the resources of the people.
Wow. Let's continue. Number 41, nuclear energy. We don't know where that one was. Passports and visa, of course, is them. Patents, trademarks, trade or business names, including designs and merchandise mask. Do you want to say anything about that? No.
They're just born.
Pensions, gratuities, and other. That's number 44. And other like benefit payable out of the Consolidated Revenue Fund or any other public funds of the Federation. Our people are not getting their pensions. They are not being paid. That's sad. Number 45. Police and other government security services established by law. You see, the police is part of the exclusive list.
Yes, and usually, the police is for it to have effective policing, it has to be neighborhood.
Neighborhood watch. What neighborhood kind?
Yes. How do you have Hausa man police Nokwa, my village, where
How can they
don't understand the
communicate?
language. Do you understand? So for you to have effective policing, you have to get people from that locality.
Mm-hmm.
Now, what the police does is to kill my people.
Mm-hmm. It's like
They
this.
see anybody that is walking around, they kill you.
Mm-hmm.
Because you must resemble IPOB. Yes.
I
They
know,
shoot you.
right?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
You are doing whatever they kill you.
They kill
Because
you.
They don't know, they can't even understand your language. So they're the ones in charge. And that's so wrong from beginning.
It's so wrong.
The state, that's why in Plateau State, when people run and say, we got message that these people are coming to kill us, nobody will help them because order has to come from Oga and top, from the federal government before anything can happen. In Lagos, in any way, crime everywhere, because you're not going to get effective policing. You can't have it. What is making it possible for you not to have effective policing? 1999 Constitution.
That's
The
true.
few police people are not even paid well. So when you don't pay the policemen well, they will be into crimes. They'll be giving guns and ammunition to criminals to steal. For them, break into banks and share with them. Have you seen my people? You cannot run run Nigeria as
With
it
that,
is.
as it
Because
is.
you can't use that 1999 to do anything in that country.
That's true. Now, post and telegrams and telephones. I mean, they have to tell you where post office will be at. Wow, that's ridiculous.
Yeah, and then telephone, right? Because
Telephone, right?
Is dropping in your conversation and knowing what you're saying and what you're not saying.
That's
You can
true.
always. I think that's one thing they did with NTN. There was a time, there was this issue that it was supposed to sort out. I can't mention it for technical reasons, for safety reasons. But because that thing had to do with South Africa, and they're in charge, they charged MTN, lied against MTN, and blackmailed against MTN to do certain things for them. So you see, they know how to put these things in place and pull the string when they want to pull it to do whatever they want to do.
Yeah.
That's why everybody is so handicapped. Go ahead, please.
Okay, and number 47 is very, very important. Powers of the National Assembly and the privileges and immunities of its members. You see, that is why the National Assembly or whatever, they get paid in millions and they can do whatever they want to do.
And come on with up to 20,000.
The other day I was watching a video by that moronic Dilo Malaye. I'm putting this up front. I hate that guy with a passion. God help me. Showing off the wristwatches he has. Meanwhile, the community, his constituents may not even. I'm even talking about wristwatches, not even the cars. The constituent he was supposed to have head or man or whatever. Oh, I don't even know how to explain that.
One wristwatch is enough to feed the entire village. But
He was showing it off. Telling that this one has diamond, that this one has, showing off his legacy, where he got it from, nobody knows. Showing off what was supposed to be meant for his constituent as his own personal money.
Yes, that's what the person does.
And guess what? There's nothing you can do about it. He's immune.
He has immunity. He has the 1999 Constitution gives him immunity, so he can do whatever he likes.
Yeah, you can't do anything to him.
The other day he was complaining about the money for his children's school fees in London, in Guinea, and I'm like, meanwhile the community you're supposed to serve probably don't have good water.
Is it probably? They don't have good
Definitely
water.
don't have good water.
Now, there's no probably inside.
It's not probably there.
They don't even have water.
They don't have water. That is sad. Number 48, prisons. Of course, they regulate prisons. 49, professional occupations has been designated by the National Assembly. I don't even know what they're trying to do here. Number 50, public debt of the Federation. When it comes to public debt, they will handle it, but guess what? They'll get the resources from the South to pay the debt that they incurred from the North. How does that even make sense? Then number 51, public holidays. They are always having public holidays. Everything is public holiday in Nigeria.
And now they want to add Friday now to be part of it.
Wow.
So that they work from Monday through Thursday, then Friday, Saturday, Sunday would be rest.
Yeah.
Madam, what do you want them to do? When you have 50 wives, you have to start on time now. You have to start on Thursday, on Tuesday, so you can go down the lane. You want to give them 2 nights? That's not enough.
Okay. Then 52, public relations of the Federation. 53, public service of the Federation, including the settlement of disputes between the Federation and officers of such service. 54, quarantine. That one, I don't even know how that would work anyway. 55, railways. Yes, let's come to railways.
You know, we usually have railways, and they confiscated all, destroyed all. I remember growing up, we had railways. They've destroyed all. Even the one they are talking about, these are the ones that Goodluck built before he left. These people have not done anything, but what have they done? Rather than connect Lagos and Onitsha, or even Kano and Lagos, you know, they are connecting Niger to Daura, where they can move our stuff and bring in their people. That is what is more important to them, because they are foreigners in our space and they are only interested in stealing our stuff to give to their people outside Nigeria. The essence of railways should be to make connectivity easier. So people can goods and services and move back and forth. People can get jobs. People can move, it's a necessity. It's a necessity. The funds are sitting on it. Look at Rotimi. The money that he was supposed to use to build the so-called monorail for his village, that's what he used to finance Buhari in office. He did not build it. He used it and built and gave to Buhari to campaign. Now he has the effrontery to sell our people for more loans.
Unbelievable.
That's that. Number 56, regulations of political parties. I don't see what they're regulating here. One moment they are all APC, the next moment they are all PDP. The one in APC will move to PDP. The one in PDP, oh my God. They
want to do it like that because they will be useless forever. You know, if you give a useless person to moderate something that is important to you, because if you are moderating it yourself, you restructure it and make it functional. So you have to give to a moron to be in charge of it, so that nothing comes out.
And that's why they are.
Political parties are as useless as the people that are producing, the politicians that are producing. They are all useless.
That's sad.
We have our women tie wrapper. All they do is get our women to tie wrapper and sleep with them in Abuja, like Sister Mona always says. These are facts.
That's true. No, that's true.
Sorry.
That's true. Number 57, service and execution in a state of the civil and criminal processes, judgments, decrees, orders, and other decisions of any court of law outside Nigeria, or any court of law in Nigeria other than a court of law established by the House of Assembly of that state.
That's how Imo State to number 4 will come and become the governor. Because they're in charge of the governors, they're the ones appointing judges. And you see, you don't have the balance, because in a proper government, you're going to have executive, legislative, and judiciary. So it will balance. Do you understand? But it's not possible, because that was appointing judges, that was saying so judges are now.
The judge that is carrying that bag, I don't know whether it's what bag, what?
DBA bag. Voodoo bag.
He's carrying juju bag to, oh my God.
He went to law school.
He went to law school.
Yes. The Sharia judge. So.
And where are the lawyers? Where are the supposed lawyers? They
have been bought over now, because what
you can't do anything. It's the
money.
1999 constitution that said they can appoint you, whether it's a DBA on the street, a madman on the corner, a prostitute in a hotel room. They can hire anybody they want. There's nothing you can do about it.
There's nothing you can do. Absolutely. Yeah, absolutely. And the lawyers are busy scrambling over crumbs, whatever money they give them, they share it. It's still our traditional leaders sharing the money. So that's the same way the lawyers are sharing it. They're not intelligent, because I tell people, I say, you're a lawyer, you have this degree. Here, lawyers create work for themselves. You see them putting as adverts. Oh, have you been involved in any accident? Have you just call us? We will not charge you. When we win the case, we will charge you and share what comes out. This is how people create jobs and create money for themselves. But our own lawyers know they are busy sharing the money from Abuja, the crumbs that came. That's all they can do. From up to top. If not, are we the ones telling them about this constitution? Is it only now they alone that should be talking about the constitution?
I wonder.
Where are they?
Where are they?
The constitution.
You read the constitution?
The constitution makes the nation. Why should I be the one reading? I'm in medical profession. Why should I be the one reading constitution and tell you what is inside it and what you can do with it? And you call yourself a lawyer.
It's sickening, my dear. It's sickening.
Throw it out. You can't burn it in hellfire.
It's sickening.
Your degree is useless.
Maybe they all charge and pay. Who knows?
That's what they reduce themselves to. If they're not doing
their
charge
goal
and
is
belt,
to buy the wig, the dead man's wig, and put on their head.
oh, that vulture's wig.
Okay.
Yeah, that's their goal. They're not there to do any lawyering.
Otomopo might be in that wig. Maybe that's what is confusing their brain.
I believe so. Because you say the colonial master is what giving you the wig you're wearing.
And you look dirty in it. You look disgusting in it. How in the world are they not putting one on their foot and you're putting somebody else's head on top? I mean, what is the science behind that?
I don't even know. They look like vultures, some of them.
The American lawyers here don't even dress like they don't wear that. Smart.
You want a voodoo looking lawyer to represent you. Don't you think your case will go south?
I know, right?
You have to look like a human being first. It's like going to a hairdresser to do your hair, and the hairdresser's hair is all over the place. I'm not going to let you touch my hair. If you can't fix your hair, how can you fix mine? Right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's why we have to be the one telling them about constitution that is what is holding us down. You should be the one doing this and telling us the way forward.
The way forward.
Not attacking Tony. Tony is saying something that makes sense. This is jurisprudence. You should be the one leading this fight. This legal war. You should be fighting it.
No, they're not leading it. Any gossip now, you see them in front. They would lead gossips rather. Anyway, number 58, stamp duties. Number 59, taxation of incomes, profits, and capital gains, except as otherwise prescribed by this constitution. Of course, they will tax you when you sell beer or what's not. The beer that they don't drink, when they tax you on that beer, they'll use it to go and repair.
Who said they don't drink it?
They put in that their kettle.
Yes.
They put in that their kettle and pretend that they don't drink.
They drink more than you that go to the store to buy it.
Hypocrisy.
Hypocrisy of the highest order. Number 16. The establishment and regulation of authorities for the Federation or any part thereof. A. To promote and enforce the observance of the fundamental objectives and directive principles contained in this Constitution. B. To identify, collect, preserve, or generally look after ancient and historical monuments and records and archaeological sites and remains declared by the National Assembly to be of national significance or national importance. C. To administer museums and libraries other than museums and libraries established by the government of the state. D. To regulate tourist traffic. And E. To prescribe minimum standards of education at all levels. Whoa!
Just keep going. They
are prescribing a minimum standard of education at all levels. No wonder Buhari could bring his NEPA bill and become president.
Yes, no.
He doesn't even have a NEPA bill, my dear. Yeah.
Okay, he doesn't have a NEPA bill.
You'll be asking for too much.
Too much. Yeah. Anyway, 61. The formation, annulment, and dissolution of marriages other than marriages under Islamic law and customary law, including matrimonial causes relating thereto. And number 62, trade and commerce, and in particular, trade and commerce between Nigeria and other countries, including import of commodities into and export of commodities from Nigeria, and trade and commerce between the states. B, establishment of a purchasing authority with power to acquire for export or sale in world markets such agricultural produce as may be designated by the National Assembly. C, inspection of produce to be exported from Nigeria and the enforcement of grades and standards of quality in respect of produce so inspected. D, establishment of a body to prescribe and enforce standards of goods and commodities offered for sale. E, control of the prices of goods and commodities designated by the National Assembly as essential goods or commodities. And F, registration of trade names. Do you want to say anything about that,
Just
sister?
keep going.
No,
Just keep going. Please.
Okay. Number 63, traffic or federal truck roads. I think we already touched on that. Number 64, water from such sources may be declared by National Assembly to be sources affecting more than one state. Number 65, weights and measurements. Number 66, wireless broadcasting and television other than broadcasting and television provided by the government of the state. Allocation of wavelengths for wireless broadcasting.
That's why they lie. They set up their own TV stations to lie to the people.
To lie to the people.
Some people learn from that they have their radio broadcast to lie to the people. So it's the same, they learn from each other.
They learn from, I know, right? 67, any other matter with respect to which the National Assembly has power to make laws in accordance with the provisions of this Constitution. You see, there's something crazy about this 67. The National Assembly does not have power to make laws, do they? Or
No, they don't.
They don't.
Not laws, but to make constitution.
To make constitution, yes. Okay. Okay, all right.
So, I don't know when you mentioned electricity, because that one is big.
Yeah, that one is big. That's what I'm trying to look for.
I don't know where you read it.
I escaped it somehow.
Yeah, states and regions cannot generate their own electricity. It's that sad. You see, they have the power. In those days, we had a power plants.
Power plants, yes.
That generated electricity that powered that the entire eastern region. We had it. They was closed down. They collapsed it. That is not working anymore. Why would you have high electricity tariff and bills? It's simple economics. Any scarce commodity will cost more. This is simple economics. If you do not generate electricity, you won't have anyone to distribute. So they made it impossible for states and regions to generate electricity. And as a result, people are kept in darkness. Now, if you do not generate electricity, how can people run business?
What is going on?
How do you run simple businesses? Industries. Yes. How can you build industries?
How can you run ice cream shop? How can you run pure water, cold drinks?
Exactly. How can you build industries? How can you employ the youths? What small scale businesses that are the ones that run the economies of nations? How do you do it without electricity? How do you create wealth? Look at rice and cassava.
Are you forgetting there's electricity in the hotel room?
Oh.
No, it's generator. There's this.
They put electricity where it matters.
This engineer Bartolome Naji.
Yeah,
I think from Abia, I don't know where it's from. He was trying to generate electricity for the eastern region, and they scuttled it somehow.
Of course,
they always do that.
Somehow. If you want to individually own a solar panel for your own house, there are some countries or even some states. I mean, even here in the United States, if you own solar panel and you generate more than you use, you can sell it back to the electric company, and they would pay you for what you did not use.
Not in a dead Nigeria.
No.
Nigeria is dead.
In a dead Nigeria.
So,
and guess what? Even in the northern region, or even anywhere at all, they could even do this wind pipe, this wind.
Their options are limitless. So they know what to do. Again, the 1999 Constitution says you can know what to do and how to do it, and even invent it, but they will not allow you to go through with it. That's what we're trying to put into your heads today. No matter what you want to do, no matter what your gifts are, your acumen, your whatever is, you put out there, they will stop you from doing it. Until you bring down this 1999 Constitution, you can scream all you want, you can fast and pray all you want, you can do all you want. It will only favor the few. And they will be sitting there telling you to pray and fast. They will sit there waiting to give you rice and gari and olive oil on Christmas Day while you rot in hell. So now what is your option? We are saying that the only remediation to this is to stop this tap of 1999 Constitution from running. So, Sis August, I think that's the last one, right?
Yeah, I think that's the Go ahead, Sister.
We're talking about building industries. Imagine if we could have rice and cassava mills, but we needed electricity to do that. Palm oil producing, processing industries.
Yes,
you need electricity to do that. Textile industries, you need electricity to
everything,
do that.
mostly.
So there's no food security. This is for those, the brainless people that are trying to bring war to our region. First step is food security. The people do not have food to eat. Do not bring war to that region. And how can you do that? By creating industries. And how do you have industries? You need to have electricity to run it. How do you get electricity to run it? You need to bring down 1999 Constitution so that you have to direct electricity. If not, all the efforts.
No brainer, my sister. No brainer.
Now we talk about the open grazing bill that people are saying we need to pass the bill. They will not allow you to pass the bill because the state and regional leaders are being bullied not to pass the anti-open grazing bills. It's common sense to pass that law. In our custom, if your cow, your goat cannot even eat your neighbor's cassava. It's customary law. But there's a bigger law that is superseding the customary law, which is the Constitution in Nigeria. That is why you cannot pass the bill. Do you understand that? We used to have a Budukato ranch where we
Budukato ranch, yeah.
But somebody brought that down. People can build ranches, but who is making it possible for people not to build it? They will rather have cattle everywhere, so they will use it to penetrate your space. It's a strategy. You will not build well-managed ranches. Rather, in 2020, we are still talking about open grazing. Common sense. But somebody is stopping it. Our people are being blackmailed. Our leaders are being blackmailed. By what? 1999 Constitution is making it possible. The first step.
And those benefiting from the system are the one giving you false hope of things. So when you don't hear them speaking about getting this thing right, they are benefiting from it. Whether they are your senators coming to your funeral, while their homeland look like trash, look like pits. Is it latrine? The one that you get there. Why their hometown look like latrine, and they are parading going to wakekeepings and funerals. These are the people that will continue to hold you down and hold your hopes up. You go and greet them and sing for them. If you're lucky, you get olive oil for Christmas. Goodness, olive oil, groundnut oil for Christmas. This is all you'll be getting. It will become a vicious cycle until you hit 30 or 40 or 50 and you will pass on. And your children will pick up. Will continue that cycle. And we're telling you guys, if we bring this thing down, the party is over for these people and the power will come back to you.
Yes. And for the governor of Anambra State to go buy cars for his A's when he hasn't paid the minimum wage, when he hasn't paid the pensioners of his state, it's so ridiculous. Is that constitution giving power to the priority that would have been to save his people first? Is to go and show off and buy cars for AZ that are not doing anything for your environment.
It's the AZ that will support him now. It's the AZ that will make sure he remains in the office. So he has to buy for them. They are feeding on the misery of our people. They are running franchise. Both the freedom fighters, because some of these freedom fighters, they know the truth, but they'll be lying to our people because they want to make money from them. What is the difference between Nigeria and some of these freedom fighting private companies?
Same thing.
They are working with the politicians to make sure our people do
remain subjugated.
Exactly.
So let me read the last part of that is the number 68 of that 68 whatever. Any matter incidental or supplementary to any matter mentioned elsewhere in this list is also part of the Constitution. And that ends the dubious, fraudulent, frivolous, kind of constitution.
Nebulously written,
fraudulently written, wickedly written. This is wickedly written constitution.
So our people, we have this thing posted on our platform. If you really want to take a detailed look, on this 68 items, so you can see what's holding you down. Like my sister mentioned, the root cause analysis. Once we start realizing where our foundation is faulty, then we'll know how to break it down and continue. So we have our caller or our viewer, Michael. Michael, I'm not going to say your last name because it will not sound like your last name. So Michael, Michael, if you want to turn on your video and come up with your contribution. So we are taking contributions now. So our meeting ID remains the same as well as the password. So this is a good time to log in and contribute to today's program. And please, let's tell us today's contribution just to what we did today. So Michael, if you're ready, turn on your video and go ahead. If not, we'll let the other person come on. Okay. Again, our meeting ID is posted under our topic today. If you're not finding it, let me know and I'll go and actually, Sister Augusta, can you pin it? Okay. Michael, are you ready? It looks like Michael is done. Okay, I'm gonna take Michael out. So Michael, you can try to. Oh, here he is. Cancel. Oh, that's not. Okay, Michael.
Yeah, Michael is coming up. Yeah.
Yeah, Michael. Okay, connecting to audio. Okay, I think you're connected, Michael. Go ahead. Your name. Give us your full name so I can begin to learn how to say my brother's name.
Okay. All right. Good morning, everybody.
Good morning.
My full name's Michael Adeomi Oshifodori Chukwemeka.
Okay.
Yes. So thank you so much for this very wide and deep discussion. Well, I would want to really focus on two items on that list. So the second one is arms and explosive, and this number 17, I believe, is defense. Okay, so it's very broad. This each items are very broad, but I want to narrow it down to the last question I asked Barrister Nadi the last time we had this. I think you were talking about. I can't remember what you were talking about, but I asked him a question about how do people in the land, how do they defend themselves? Because we're talking about you want to get referendum, you want to move forward with pulling down the constitution, which is the right way to go. Because these guys, this Fulani franchise and this Fulani people, they know what they're doing. It's like you guys said, it's a systematic thing that that they put in place to enslave the rest of the people. So I'm speaking from experience now. Say defense. How do you defend yourself? When you have nothing to defend yourself. Number 2 and number 17 tells you that you cannot, because if they come to you, they have the right. They have everything in their resources to kill you. So it's a matter of life and death. It's a very, very serious conversation people are having. Very serious conversation. But my final point is this: there's no other way than to keep doing what you guys are doing. Keep organizing. Keep educating people on how to take the constitution, that fraudulent constitution, down. Because if they don't do it, if we don't do it, people are still going to be killed. They can't defend themselves. They can't they don't have right to defend themselves. They can come to your doorstep and kill you at any time. So we live in America, right? We're opportune to live here. We have the right to defend ourselves, and no one can come into my house right now as I speak to you right now and tell me any kind of thing. I know what to do, So that's exactly what needs to happen in that part of territory. People have to have the right to defend themselves. And how do you do that? You have to have a constitution that will allow you to do that, So that's just my take, and I really commend you guys, Sister Mona, Sister Equi, Sister Augusta. You guys keep talking, keep talking, keep organizing, keep strategizing, keep up the good work, Barrister Nadi, keep up the good work as well. And anything we can do from this end, we will definitely, help you guys out as well too. We're all part of this whole struggle. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Michael.
And Mr. Michael, before you go, Sister Muna, 1 minute, please. If you can help us share these videos and tell your own side of the people about our YouTube page, they can go back all the way and they will see how we have discussed how we have discussed the constitutional force majeure from the beginning. So just help us disseminate this information and get your people on board as well. Thank you.
All right.
Yeah.
Thank you. I was going to add something to what Michael asked about defense. We don't want our people to feel handicapped. Thank God for technology age. It's not everything that we're going to be saying on air. Just go on YouTube and look up some stuff, okay? That's all I can tell you. Don't be leaving yourself helplessly or helpless or victimizing you, because my sister will say we like to be victimized. We love that name, victim. So go online. There are some ways. It's not only gun that will kill. There's other stuff that can get your enemies off your back. So go and look them up and start practicing them. And some of them, they give you step by step. You put salt, you put unu, you put ose, you put nails, and you put petroleum, whatever. So go look it up. They are talking about the big defense of the gun, but they don't know about the homemade defense tactics. Okay.
Yeah,
so,
while we work on the constitutional force majeure,
right?
These are the local small things you can do for yourself.
Right.
As we pull down the main one that is holding us down.
Absolutely. Mazi, your name and where you're viewing from, I guess. You're mute.
Yes, I'm unmuted. Thank you very much. I greet you, ladies. Good morning from here, Houston, Richmond to be specific. I am a few blocks away from our sister Augusta. I'm not that far from Sister Muna. I know somebody is jealous, but anyway, we can continue. Anyway, so, right. I thank you so much, and I'm very happy the topic we're treating today, which is the exclusive list. By the way, exclusive list was introduced in the Constitution in Section 4, subsection 2 of the Constitution. That's where it mentioned it. For those who are not familiar, the Constitution has 3 parts. It has what they call the preamble, the main body, and then the schedule. The preamble is the part that tells the story how they came about the Constitution, and then the body, and then the schedule is more of a detailed explanation of what we have in the body, because there it says in Section 4, subsection 2, it says schedule as in Schedule 2, Part 1, or in the exclusive list. Then when you go there, you now see the details. Now, there are very few places I want to touch on the exclusive list. What people do not understand is that the most dangerous of all of them is number 8. I want Sister Augusta to read that number 8 while I make the explanation. If you can, please.
Sure. Number 8, census, including the establishment and maintenance of machinery for continuous and universal registration of births and deaths throughout Nigeria.
Now, let me say this. Maybe people don't know. Whatever you are doing in Nigeria, employment, you want to enter the university, you want to join the force or military, anything you want to do that has to do with paperwork, you must include your state of origin. There is always a place for state of origin in every paperwork. The only paperwork that does not have state of origin is the census. I hope that is sinking. Whenever they are counting, they are doing census. the paperwork you fill out, the form you fill out, there is no state of origin. So let me put it this way now. Sister Muna is in Kano. Sister Augusta is also in Kano, and I know I'm in Lagos. And when we are filling the form, Sister Muna is going to fill Kano. There is no provision for state. Or let's say that she, I don't know the state she's from, but let's say she's from Abia, for instance. There is no place for her to put Abia State as her state of origin in that form. If accounting, if census is going on and Sister Muna is in Kano, she is counted as a Kano citizen. There is no place in that form. Go and do your own work. In fact, that was the Fulanis. They threatened to kill everybody if state of origin is included in the census form, in the census paperwork. Now, you may be asking, what does that mean? I mean, it's just counting now, just put your name. What that means is, if the four of us are resident in Kano and we are counted as Kano citizens. And keep in mind, I don't know if it's Sister Mona or Augusta that said that our people have been forced to flee our homeland, and we now live outside our country, outside our homeland. I can say that you have almost more people outside than even more that are in our homeland. So you now understand why Kano is 10 million. But if they fill that form and you have state of origin, the four of us now will be, assuming we are in Kano, when the census is being conducted. By the way, they've only done one census, and the rules say they should be doing it every 10 years. Now, they did it last in 2006. It's 14 years now. And I can guarantee you that is one of the things Buhari will, his accomplishment before he leaves office. He will make sure he does that and skill the population. Now, going back to what I was saying, if four of us are in Kano and we are counted as Kano citizens. But if there is a provision for state of origin, and then it goes to the database, you run report just like you all use Excel. You can do a data source and select by state and all that, and state by origin. Everything will come out. Now, how does all that play in? Go to section 1. I'm not going to ask you to read that but if you go to section 152, section 162 of the Constitution, it says that there shall be something called federation account. And every money coming into Nigeria, into every revenue being realized, apart from the one of the Ministry of Foreign Affairs and I think the military or something like that, but all the other monies, like the oil sales and everything, including the tax we talked about, including the revenue from customs and all the money coming into the federation account, when it comes there, they will share it among the states. And the condition for sharing it include the population of the state. Are you getting me now?
Yes.
Is that beginning to make sense now? So Kano oil, for instance, you sell oil from Bayelsa State. Let's say, just for throwing numbers out there, you say you get $10 million. It comes into the federation account. And they want to share that money from federation account. Kano has 10 million. Bayelsa State has less than 2 million. There are two other conditions, which are the size of the state in terms of geography, how big the state is. Compare Kano and Bayelsa and you will know it better. There is also the issue of local government. I think Bayelsa has about 11 or 13 local governments, something like that. Kano State has 44 local governments. Mm-hmm. So even if you discount number of local government, discount the geography of the state, Now talk about the population. And that population of Kano is made up of people like you and I who have fled our ancestral land because of the hardship to go up north. Why? Because the census, because they do it based on what they have on record. The census, the record in the census is showing the four of us as Kano citizens, not as a state of origin. That's
Fraud,
right?
fraud.
So that's on the exclusive list. It's only the federal government that will do that. I can go on and on on each of those 68 items. But I just wanted to point this out so that we know. By the way, I said the Constitution has three parts: the preamble, the body, and the schedule. The preamble is telling us that we, the people, have been solemnly agreed. The question now is, when did we? Where did we? And how did we, the people, solemnly agree? So it is all a fraud. And these are the things they are using. You are aware. I mean, Sister Augusta and I are from so-called Imo State. Where number 4 suddenly became number 1. Why? Because there is an INEC somewhere, a federal. You see, so they make sure that there will never be another Sam Mbakwe in area where we come from. They make sure that will never happen again. Why? Like Sister Eku said, that fraudulent document called 1999 control. So I agree totally, completely with all you said here. You ladies said about the 68 item is all aimed at, caging us, enslaving us, depriving us, and not subhuman. And what is the solution? The solution is to reject that constitution by way of declaring or activating a constitutional force majeure, which, by the grace of God, is going to happen in a couple of weeks. And then we will get to the next phase, which is, first of all, conducting a referendum to even find out if we want to continue. Do we even the Old Eastern region, the Midwestern region, the Western region, the Middle Belt, and the North? The question will be thrown out to them. Do we really want to continue as a nation, as one, not a nation, sorry, because Nigeria is not a nation, as a country? Do we really want to continue as a country? That is the next phase after the constitutional force majeure. Why am I making this point? Because I think I'm done. I'm running up now. Why am I making this point? I'm making this point because some people think that the Lower Niger Congress and what you ladies here stand for is for constitutional amendment or for Nigeria or new Nigeria.
Nigeria is a bad husband that have knocked out all the teeth from the wife's mouth, killed the children. There is no reason for me to be with that husband anymore. Not even Jesus Christ of Nazareth will convince me to be with the husband. So you shouldn't get it twisted. It's loud and clear where we are going. It's divorce, final. Because I'm going to see if I can get some of my teeth back.
Exactly. So that's all I want to say. Thank you, ladies, so much, and God bless you all.
Thank you, my dear, for making that clarification. Our people need to understand what the culprit or who the culprit is here, which is the 1999 Constitution. We're telling you guys, if you take this thing down, it will give power back to the people. It would give power back to you where you will decide, just like we do here. You decide for who will run for offices. Who will be your representatives. That's the way it's supposed to be. Not someone that is making money, someone that is singing to your emotion, someone that is coming to your funeral and wakekeeping so you can vote for them in 2023 election, for someone that is sending their children overseas where yours is dying on the street and get shot like an animal when you go for a meeting on a Sunday, someone that is doing all these things. So we're telling you guys, recognize that this power. We're talking about power, and some people are still asking, the Fulanis are not going to allow you to do that. This is not. It's not up to them anymore. It's not up to them, and that's why we say go listen to our show. You will see that we have the alliance that we need. When you look at the alliance territory, we have the alliance that we need with the rest of the so-called Nigerians to make these people the minorities. They chose to become a Sharia state. So now we have the minorities, the alliance that we need to get where we're going. All we need is for people to begin to understand this. And not thinking that it's like making up stories about seeing UN and going to UN and doing all that is going to get it for you. That this is the legitimate way set by the international standards on how you can get yourself out of that place. And besides, it makes sense. It's like a bad divorce. If I'm living here, am I going to leave my kids for the husband that have knocked out all my teeth? Does that make sense? No, if I go, I'm going with all my kids, right? Because if I leave them, their crying will bring me back. So we are in this mess with our brothers and sisters from the Middle Belt and the rest of the area, that if we come together and say this is our common enemy, who we already know who they are. They've made themselves out to be, they are the criminals in charge. So we know who the enemies are. We just have to come together as our brothers and sisters and do the needful. And we do want to commend the Middle Belt brothers and sisters that broke away from the North. So we thank you guys. That is a big lead way. You're serious about where we are going, that we need to tell these people, isolate this enemy. They are the enemy. They are holding everybody else on the siege. So please, thank you guys so much. We're hoping that the men will start waking up, leave the hotel rooms and start going and reading up on things and looking up this. The hotel room will ever get you. You can only have how many what I don't even want to call the names now. Some people will start shouting on this radio. How many of those would you have? You find yourself in hotel room over and over, or the same thing over and over again. How many of your children are dying? Can you use your life for something worthwhile for a change? Can you look at your Westerners, your partners in Westerners, and see how they are treating their fellow men and women and start thinking in that direction? Everything should not revolve around your private part. Very soon you will even die if you use it too much. So please, let's get serious about things and know what the problem is. The root cause problem of our nation is this 1999 election. So that as soon as we understand that and pull it down, then you will have the power to say, you can't talk to me that way. If Musa brings out his gun, you bring out yours. Yeah, let's go for a shootout, Mr. Musa. Remember Saddam Hussein telling Bush to come to this thing for a shootout. Let's go for a shootout, Musa. So, my dear, we thank you guys for joining us. We're trying to limit our program to two hours so that it will be easy to watch. And I think that will be the call for the day. Sisters, your final statements before we go.
Are we giving them a take-home point?
Yes.
Okay,
yes.
Why set it up? So, want to give you a summary so that you just, even if you listen to the take-home points, you will know this is what you need to know. Let it be known that our current woes began in 1967 when we lost our regional autonomy and the right to be self-governing in a supposedly federal Republic of Nigeria. So in response to the most famous and intriguing question from Shakespeare, to be or not to be, we have chosen to be. Get it down in your mind that we have chosen to be. The upcoming constitutional force majeure will restore our right to be. So in search for how we can turn off this tap that has been running, because there's a tap of evil opened up, running, in search of how to turn off the tap and end the misery that we currently live in. Whether you're seeking Biafra, Oduduwa Republic, resource control, regional autonomy, restructuring, even whether you're trying to escape from the killings of going on in your region, the first order, the first thing you need to do is taking down the obnoxious 1999 Constitution. Because it is 1999 Constitution that locks you up in this toxic nation, this toxic union that enables all these adversaries against you. So what the multi-regional constitutional force majeure targets are to end the death trap union and to launch us into a transitioning that will midwife the referendums to determine our political future, like they did in South Africa in 1990. We're not the first. People have done it and it works. So once again, we want to remind the National Assembly that the issue here is not amendments. We're not looking for amending Constitution, the Constitution that we didn't make. So it's not amendments. And it's not fruitless ritual of national conferences. It's none of those. We want to bring down the source of our misery to end it. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Sister Ekwe. Sister Augusta, please go ahead.
Yeah, thank you everybody for joining us today, and we thank our few callers. As Sister Ekwe rightly said, we have to end this. It has to come down. There are no two ways about it. If it doesn't come down, we'll continue to do lamentation 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 to 10. And we want to stop lamenting. We really want to stop lamenting. The ball's in our court right now. If we don't stop this, not just us, our probably to the 10th generation would continue to say the same thing. So we have to get away from these shackles. And the only way we can do that is bringing that constitution down. Somebody was saying as I was reading that, how do you do that? We are telling you that very soon there will be an activation of the multi-regional. When we say multi-regional, it's just us. The Southwest people, they're going to be part of this. The Middle Belt, they're going to be part of this. We at the Lower Niger area, we are going to be part of it. So it's all of us coming together to say we no longer want to continue in this atrocious union. We don't want it anymore. Even if it's offered, it cannot even be renewed. There is no way. Because guess what? These Fulanis are not ready to even dump their Sharia. So if they're not ready to dump their Sharia, how can we continue to be in a nation, supposedly, where we don't even do the same things? We don't want the same things. We want to fly. They want to crawl. How can two people that have two different perspectives towards life be in the same room? It will blow. So we no longer want this. We want to leave. We want to leave. And the only way we can leave is bringing out this constitution. Because guess what? If you put an Igbo president in 2023, he or she is they don't do she anyway. He is going to swear on that constitution. He's going to swear to uphold it to the letter. And if he does that, we would remain in the same quagmire. So for how long? Let us leave this their nonsense that they've concocted and called it 99 Constitution. And locked us all into a country where the minutest of the population are the ones ruling us. The non-educated ones amongst them are the ones ruling us. We cannot continue to allow this to happen. So I want us all to, for those that are joining us for the first time, we are Daughters of Truth. We are on YouTube. You can, check, subscribe to our channel. Continue to share this on Facebook so that some people would understand why it is important to take down that constitution. Continue to share it. And we have this, the constitution itself. I think Sister Mona will upload it on our page. And the 69 exclusive list will also, 68 exclusively will also be uploaded on our page. Go and read it on your own and listen and, do your own, decipher it yourself. Go and read it on your own and understand it on your own. So that when people start telling you, start voting, Igbo presidency, start telling them that Igbo presidency would not work. We don't want that. And the likes of Peter Obi, I know he's flaunting that right now. It's not going to change anything. He may say he did some good in Anambra, which I didn't see. But even if you bring your Anambra mentality into Igbo presidency, it's not going to work. Because they're going to uphold that constitution. So please, all those our Igbo men that are just so full of themselves, they know what is going on. They know what's at stake. But they're just so full of themselves. It's high time you came down and started doing what we, your people, want. If you don't do what we want, we will wipe all of you away and put women everywhere. Because I think it's right time women came up and started doing things that is good for us, for our children, and for our generations to come. We need to stop this. So if you all cannot see the pathway and follow it, we're going to knock you with Gongoro and take charge. I think it's right time we did that.
Burn down the whole hotel rooms, every one of them. You and your girlfriend.
Waste money. Convert your hotel rooms into something lucrative, because it's that thing that is deceiving them.
We will touch them where it will hurt them.
Touch them where it will hurt them, and they will understand that we aren't joking.
They will understand what I was saying. We're not here to play games.
We're not here to play games. If you will not get it right, and we are referring to people like Patu Tommy that is doing some God knows what. We are referring to the likes of Kingston Morgan. You guys, you claim intelligent. You claim you read Cambridge, you read Oxford, and yet you cannot read this is the exclusive list.
That's selfish and greedy. That's selfish.
You read Cambridge, you read Yale, you read Harvard, you read this, you read all the books to school, and you cannot read just this piece of paper written by the Fulani that is holding you and I hostage for years, holding us for hostage for years. For how long are we going to continue this mess? Stop bamboozling us with too much grammar. We don't want it. Get down from your high horses and go and read this and know that this is what is holding us. You read it, you shred it, and get us out of the loophole. If you cannot get it out of the loophole, like the 1929 women, we are going to wipe you away from that and move forward. I think it's high time we did that.
It's high time.
We are not joking.
No,
it's sickening.
Thank our viewers for being here today. Thank you, Sister Monica.
Thank you, Sister Augusta. Thank you guys for joining us once again. We are not serious about this. The lives of our children are in danger, so we are not playing anymore. We are not worried about your private part, because that's the only thing you're concerned about. You're not worried about your ego, your presidency. You're running back and forth when you need more help with Nama and Cow is ruling you. We are done with it. So get up. If you want that your manhood back, if you want that respect from your people back, go and do the needful. This fakeness and whatever-ness you guys are doing ain't gonna cut it anymore. We are done with it. See you guys next week. Sisters, are we still on? I don't know where this end the video button went. This thing does all kinds of funny stuff. So I don't know if you're still on or not. I can't find the live video button. Okay, so let me do this. Let's end the Zoom and log back in. That will cut it off. Okay, I'm gonna end the Zoom and then you guys will log back on. I don't know where the button is. Still saying live. Turn off. Is it still going?
Mm-hmm.